The year was 1946. World War II had just ended, and America was eager for a distraction. Out of this post-war landscape, the Basketball Association of America, or BAA, was born. This league, which would later merge with the National Basketball League to become the NBA, was a far cry from the global phenomenon we know today. Games were played on cramped courts, often in smoke-filled arenas. The style of play was rough, physical, and dominated by big men who lumbered around the paint. The league broke barriers by integrating black players like Earl Lloyd and Chuck Cooper, forever changing the face of the sport. Rivalries were forged, legends were born, and the game began its slow but steady ascent towards national recognition. One of the most enduring early stories is the shot heard round the world. In Game 5 of the 1951 Finals, the New York Knicks faced off against the Rochester Royals. With seconds left, Knicks guard Dick McGuire heaved a desperation shot from half-court, swishing through the net as the buzzer sounded, giving the Knicks an improbable victory and cementing the game's place in NBA lore. The 1960s saw the NBA come into its own, with a new generation of superstars emerging to captivate audiences and push the boundaries of what was possible on the court. Two names in particular tower over this era: Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell. Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain was a physical marvel, standing at a towering 7'1" with a combination of size, speed, and athleticism that had never been seen before. His dominance was absolute, as evidenced by his legendary 100-point game in 1962. Playing for the Philadelphia Warriors, Chamberlain put on a scoring clinic against the New York Knicks, racking up an unbelievable 100 points. While Chamberlain was a force of nature on offense, Bill Russell was the anchor of one of the greatest dynasties in NBA history. Playing for the Boston Celtics, Russell revolutionized the center position with his defensive prowess and unmatched intensity. He led the Celtics to an astonishing 11 NBA championships in 13 seasons, a feat that remains unmatched to this day. The rivalry between Chamberlain and Russell became the stuff of legend, a clash of styles and personalities that defined an era. This was also the decade that saw the league expand westward, with teams like the Los Angeles Lakers and San Francisco Warriors, now the Golden State Warriors, establishing themselves on the West Coast. The 1980s and 1990s were a golden age for the NBA, marked by iconic rivalries and the emergence of Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan. Magic Johnson led the Lakers to 5 championships, while Michael Jordan's unmatched competitiveness brought the Bulls 2 three-peats. Jordan's iconic moments, from the flu game to the shot, are etched in basketball history. Beyond the court, Jordan was a marketing phenomenon, his image on everything from sneakers to cereal. Section 4, From Paint to Perimeter. As the new millennium dawned, the NBA continued to evolve. The days of dominant big men ruling the paint were fading, replaced by a faster, more perimeter-oriented style of play. The three-point shot, once a novelty, became a weapon of choice, fundamentally changing the geometry of the game. This shift in playing style was driven in part by rule changes, such as the introduction of the defensive 3-second rule, which limited the amount of time defenders could spend in the paint. Players like Steve Nash and Jason Kidd redefined the point guard position with their dazzling passing and court vision. Kobe Bryant, a student of the game who had studied Jordan's every move, emerged as a cold-blooded scorer and relentless competitor, leading the Los Angeles Lakers to 5 championships in the 2000s. This era also saw the rise of international players like Dirk Nowitzki, Manu Ginobili, and Yao Ming, bringing their unique skills and perspectives to the league. Section 5, A Global Game. Today the NBA is a global phenomenon, a multi-billion-dollar industry with a passionate fan base that spans continents. The league has successfully marketed its stars, creating a global brand that is instantly recognizable. The game itself has continued to evolve. The three-point shot is more prevalent than ever, with teams like the Golden State Warriors, led by Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, revolutionizing offensive strategy with their reliance on long-range shooting. The NBA has also become a platform for social activism, with players like LeBron James and Chris Paul using their voices to speak out against racial injustice and social inequality. The league has embraced this activism, encouraging players to use their platform to make a difference. The future of the NBA is bright, attracting the best basketball players in the world, and its global reach continues to expand. The passion, excitement and drama that have made the NBA one of the most captivating sports leagues in the world remain constant.